welcome to another lawnfawn video. Today we are so excited to be introducing our Build a Snow Globe die set. This set is so cute because you can build a snow globe and you can build a shaker snow globe. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here are all of the pieces included in this die set. First up, we have the main snow globe base and the snow globe frame. We also have all of these fun little sequins and stars that you can use as shakers, details that you can add to the snow globe base, and then cute little trees and tree trunks and little birds and stars that you can add into your snow globe scenes. We also have this really fun little decorative element that you can add to the bottom of the snow globe base or not. I also really like stamping sentiments in the snow globe base too. So we're going to run this through the die cut machine, and now you can see this gorgeous little snowflake detail along the base of the snow globe. We also have a little hill die cut in this set, and so we're going to go ahead and die cut the snow globe base, and then we're going to take this fun little hill there, and you can line that right up on there, hold it in place with some low tack tape, and then run it through the die cut machine, and you'll have this perfect little snowy hill to put on the bottom of your snow globe scenes. And here you can see what that snow looks like layered behind the snow globe frame. Now we're going to layer some more of the pieces included in this set. So you'll see there's these little tree trunks, and they're a perfect match to just layer right behind the tree so that you can have a green or white tree and then your brown tree trunk, which is so super cute. You can also see that we have a tiny tree too in the same style. Next, we'll add some liquid glue to the base of the frame of the snow globe, and then we can layer it over top that hill that we die cut with the die that's included in the Build a Snow Globe set. And you can see how it fills in this cute little snow at the bottom, and it also fills in those little die cut details too. We also have these great little decorative accents that you can put at the top and the bottom of the platform of the snow globe. There are little stars in this set, and they're super cute for adding into the sky to create a night scene, but they're also adorable for putting at the top of the trees to give it more of a Christmas tree look. And then the little bird in the Christmas tree, oh my goodness, how adorable is that? So right now we're just going to take a light turquoise marker here and just add a little bit of detail to this snow here, just so that you can see the contrast when we layer it on to the snow globe base piece. And then here you can see what it looks like to layer some of the elements included in this. I love that you can create a snow globe entirely out of the die cuts included in this set, or of course you can bring in your favorite stamp sets into the snow globe too, and we're going to be showing you that in just a little bit. But first up, I wanted to give you a little peek at the sequin dies that are included as little shaker bits in this piece. Here we've die cut it out of both a gold metallic, a silver metallic, and here is some holographic. And when you die cut these sequins out of these metallic cardstock, they look like actual gold sequins, which is so cute. They're fun for putting inside of shakers and also for layering on your cards. I love that you can create a custom colored cardstock sequin to layer onto your cards that are just gorgeous. And here's a fun comparison between all of them. We have them in multiple sizes, and I think these are just so gorgeous and cute. So now that we've taken a look at the elements in the Build a Snow Globe die and also these adorable little shaker sequins, it's time to actually create a shaker with this set. So we're going to be starting off with the main base piece of the snow globe, and we're going to be die cutting this beautiful light blue shimmer cardstock, and that's going to become the sky for our snow globe. Then we're going to die cut the frame that's included in the Build a Snow Globe die, and we're going to die cut that out of some white cardstock. And we're going to die cut this about 8 or so times because we're going to be stacking those up to create the height for our shaker. We're also going to work on some more of the decorative elements for the snow globe. So we're going to die cut that frame out of some gold metallic cardstock, and we're also going to die cut it out of some chocolate bar cardstock too. And this is going to give us that traditional wooden base with the adorable little like gold accents. We're also going to be die cutting this little decorative piece that's included in the Build a Snow Globe die to give that fun little texture and kind of a snowflake look onto that base platform of the snow globe. Then for our snowy hill, we're going to die cut this a little bit differently than we showed you in the beginning of the video. There's kind of 2 ways to do this snowy hill. So in this case, we die cut the frame, and we're going to be using the interior part of that frame to die cut our hill from. So we can take that interior portion, we can line up the hill die that is included in this set, hold that in place with some low tack tape, and then we'll run it through the die cut machine and we'll have this pretty glittery snowy hill. So you can either die cut the snowy hill from that main base piece or from the frame's interior, either way, and then I'm going to save that sparkly snow globe frame for another card that I'll create another day. We're going to start by layering our first white snow globe frame piece onto this beautiful blue shimmer cardstock. Then we're going to drop in our fun little snowy hill, and that's going to fit right in there since we die cut it from that same shaped frame piece. So you'll see it just fits perfectly and inlays just in there. And then we're going to start layering more of those snow globe frames on top. So we're going to add liquid glue all around the back of the frame, and then we can layer it on top and start building these up to create height. And I really love doing this for shakers. It creates a really seamless look, and it just gives that perfect area for all of the glitter and sequin bits to shake around. We're going to add one more of these layers just to make sure we have a ton of height for all of our pieces to move. And now we're going to start working on the platform base of the snow globe. So we had that one metallic piece we cut earlier. We're just going to trim off the top of the frame because we're going to be layering that behind that wooden piece that we cut earlier. And the wooden piece is going to be the one that's out of the chocolate bar cardstock. And by layering that gold piece behind it, you'll see that those gold details peek out from behind that beautiful kind of snowflake detail that we die cut earlier, and I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Then we wanted the base to be this wooden look, but for the frame to be white. So what we're going to do is just trim off the frame. It's super, super easy to do. And then we can go ahead and just layer this wooden base onto another one of these white frames. And that's going to give us a different look. You can also cut the frame out of the color that you want the base to be, and that's a great way to do it too. So you can either layer pieces or just keep it all as one piece. Just depends on the look that you're going for. Now we have those fun little accents that go on the top and the bottom of that platform, and we're die cutting that also out of that gold metallic cardstock. And I just think it's such a cool look, and the little detail that the die gives on it is just gorgeous. And so we're going to add some liquid glue behind those, and then we're going to layer those onto the base. And I just love this traditional look of the wooden platform with the gold details. Now next up, we're going to start die cutting some of the other elements in the Build a Snow Globe. So there's those two cute little trees, and we're going to cut those out of noble fir cardstock because we figured that was the perfect color. And then we're going to use that same chocolate bar cardstock there, and we're going to die cut those little tree bottoms there that are going to give us the tree trunks. And so all you need to do is just add a little strip of adhesive behind the backs of the trees, and then you can layer them onto the little tree trunks, and those are looking so cute. Then we'll add a little drop of glue to the top of each of the trees, and then layer on some little yellow stars, which is such a cute look for a Christmas card. Then we'll just add some tape runner to the back of these, and we're going to layer these into the scene of this snow globe shaker. So we're going to put all the scene elements on the very back so that all of the snow and little sequiny bits kind of float in front of the image, just the way they do on a snow globe. Now here you can see that we are cutting that main base piece there out of some acetate, and this is going to be the window for our shaker. So we're going to add some adhesive on the back of the frame, the one that we decorated with the gold accents, and then we're going to layer that right on top of the acetate, and this is going to be the window for our shaker. And then before adding this window to the top, we need to finish decorating and add our shaker elements. And so to decorate this, we're going to take out the winter bird stamp set and use my favorite little bird, which is that front-facing bird. And so we're going to add him into the scene. And I love the mixture of both stamped and die-cut elements. I think it's so cute. Next, we're going to work on the shaker pieces, and like we showed you at the beginning of the video, we have these awesome sequin dies and other fun little kind of snowy details. We're going to die cut the sequins out of gold metallic cardstock, which is going to go so nicely with all the other gold metallic accents that we added earlier. And we're also going to die cut some of the little snowflakes and also those little kind of open circle dies out of some white cardstock to have a nice little mixture of fun little gold accents and also some snow floating around. We're also going to add some of these to the actual background too, which is really fun with shakers to have a couple things glued to the background like these cute little snowflakes, and then the rest can be floating around. And so now you can see all of these cute elements that we're going to be adding inside, those fun little die-cut sequins and all those little die-cut snowflakes and just adorable little elements. I think this is looking so cute. And then to add some sparkle and shine, we're going to take some chunky glitter and we're going to add some of that in there too. So we'll have both the die-cut pieces and all of this fun glitter moving around in this shaker card. And then the next step is to add some adhesive to this whole snow globe piece, and then we can layer our window piece right on top, and that's going to create our shaker. And it's already looking so cute already. Now, we're going to put this shaker globe onto a card base, but we wanted to show you a really cute idea that you can do with these snow globes as well, and that is to create tags with them. So we're going to die cut that same base piece again, and we're going to just die cut that from some white cardstock. And then I went ahead and shopped my stash and I looked for a tag die. And I found this little circle tag die. And so I'm going to die cut that out of some white cardstock too. But really any tag die will work because this part is going to be hidden on the inside of the card. So I just went ahead and adhered that cute little tag right there. And then we're just going to add a bunch of adhesive there and we're going to sandwich the two base pieces, the base piece here that we just die cut and the one with the shaker on top of it. And we're just going to sandwich that tag right inside of it. And that's going to give it that cute little tag top. If this design wasn't a shaker and it was just a plain snow globe, you could also punch a hole in the top and create a really quick tag that way. Now here I have the tiny tag sayings, and so we're going to go ahead and stamp a to and a from on the back of this so that this tag is ready to add to a little gift. And then all it needs is some lawn trimmings. So here we have this beautiful red sparkle lawn trimmings, and we're just going to add that into the tag. And I think this is such a cute idea. It's adorable as a shaker, but I think the tag could be great as a plain snow globe too. And we're going to be showing you how to create a plain snow globe in just a little bit. But look how adorable this is. I mean, it is just perfect for any gift. This would make someone smile big time. So now that we've created a tag with the snow globe, we're now going to show you that if we could take this same exact snow globe design and add it on to a card base. So that's the next thing we're going to do there. And I love that you can use one design for two different ideas. So we're going to die cut some of this red sparkle and shine paper here, and we're die cutting that with the largest stitched rectangle, which will be 5.5 by 4.25, and we're going to layer that onto a card base. Then the next thing we're going to do is bring out the new sparkle garland dies. These dies are so gorgeous, and we're going to die cut those out of that same gold metallic cardstock just to have everything coordinate really nicely. And so we're going to die cut two of these curvy banners, and we're going to be layering them onto the card and also layering all of the cute little elements that come with this sparkle garland. So you can see it has all these little pieces that you can layer on top. In this case, we're going to layer on top the little circle design, and we're going to die cut them out of this really sparkly holographic cardstock. So next we're going to add these garlands onto the card. And so we're going to add some adhesive to them and then layer them on the card almost as if we had decorated our house with these, kind of like them overlapping a little. I mean, they just look so cool. And I think they just look like these amazing kind of vintage Christmas ornaments and decorations that are just stunning. And so now on all of those little circles, we're going to add a dot of glue, and then we can layer on the little holographic pieces. And the mixtures of the metallic cardstocks I think looks amazing on this and really helps give it that fun vintage vibe. Now we're going to take that snow globe that we created earlier, we're going to add some adhesive to the back of this and then layer this on the card. So once again, same snow globe design, either a tag or a card. Next, we're going to work on the sentiment for this card. And of course, we're going to take a look at the Winterbird set because it has these really cute sayings in it. And what we're going to be stamping out for this one is Seasons Tweetings from Our Neck of the Woods, which I think is just so adorable. We'll stamp that out in some lobster ink, and then we're going to take a sentiment banner die, and this one was a bit too long, but the perfect size for the sentiment. So we're just going to line that up on the left-hand side where it's going to look really good there. We'll run it through the die cut machine, and now we can just line up matching the distance on the right-hand side to create a cool custom-sized banner for this adorable little sentiment. And then all we need to do is just add some tape runner to that, and we can layer that on the bottom of the card. And I think this card is just so cute. I love all of the fun gold accents that you have on both the sparkle garland, on the sequins inside of the shaker, and also on the paper. I just think this is just so pretty. And isn't this shaker just so much fun? I love that this snow globe can either be a shaker or not. It gives you so many fun and cute design ideas. Now, when I think of a snow globe, I tend to think of Christmas or winter time. But Audrey from the design team came up with the cutest Halloween design, and we just had to recreate it for you guys here on the video. So for this card, we're going to be taking out our snow globe frame, and we're going to be die cutting that from some black cardstock to go along with our fun Halloween theme. Then we're going to be using the base die and die cutting that from some white cardstock. The next thing that we're going to do is use that same gold metallic cardstock again for those fun little details that go on the top and the bottom of the snow globe platform base. And then I'm going to cut some of this beautiful gold glitter cardstock there out of that same base piece because that's where we're going to be die cutting our little kind of what would have been our snowy hill and now is our beautiful hill for our Halloween card out of this gorgeous gold metallic. So we're just going to layer that right onto the snow globe, run it through the die cut machine, and there you'll see we have this fun little hill that we're going to be able to layer behind our frame. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of the frame and then layer that gold piece behind it. And isn't that so gorgeous? Oh my goodness, I am loving this so much already. The next step is to add those cute little metallic accents to the top and bottom of the snow globe, and I think this is looking so gorgeous already. And for this Halloween card, Audrey was really inspired by some of these really fun, trendy looks for Halloween, and pink pumpkins are just the cutest thing, and so we're going to be inspired by the pink pumpkins and also create a pink sky. So here we have that cloudy stencil, and we're going to be layering that base piece that's going to layer behind our snow globe with this cool cloudy stencil. And all you need to do is just add some ink onto your brush and then start on the stencil and move off onto the cardstock, lifting it up and then turning it over to choose a different shape of cloud to layer below. And this is going to give us the most beautiful pink sky for our fun Halloween scene. Then we can add some tape runner to the back of that frame piece that we decorated earlier and layer it onto the base piece. And this time we're just creating a normal snow globe instead of a shaker snow globe, so this is all we need to do to complete the snow globe. And now it's ready for us to add some fun decorative elements to the inside of it. And we're going to do that with the stitched pumpkin dies. And I love these dies so much. And we're going to add a really fun detail to this pumpkin in this really awesome way. So I love how Audrey did this. She took this polka dot backdrop and then she die cut some white cardstock from it. Then what you're going to do is take the pumpkin die, and you could do this with any type of die, and die cut that polka dotted backdrop piece. This is going to give us a polka dotted pumpkin that is going to be just about the cutest thing you've ever seen. I mean, isn't that the most adorable thing? I love it so much, and now I want to make all of my die cuts polka dotted. Next, we're going to die cut some of the stems from gold metallic cardstock, and we're also going to die cut a cute little tiny orange pumpkin as well. Then we can start to layer those gold metallic little stems right onto the pumpkins. I mean, it's just the cutest thing. I love it so much. Then we'll repeat the same thing with that cute little orange pumpkin, adding the gold stem. And at this point, I realized that I needed to add some color to the polka dots. So to do that, we're going to die cut a pumpkin without the polka dot texture. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut that from some black cardstock to give cute little black polka dots onto my white pumpkin. I think this is just so adorable. So we'll add some liquid glue to the back of the white pumpkin, and then we can just layer that right on top of the black pumpkin, and you'll see those little polka dots just come to life. Oh, it's just so pretty. The next step is to layer these adorable pumpkins into our snow globe. So we're going to add some tape on the back of these and layer this in. And I am just loving this so much. Now I want to make fall snow globes, Halloween snow globes. I want to make spring and summer snow globes. I mean, this is just the cutest thing ever. So now we'll layer this next little pumpkin, and we're going to take a look at some dies to find some fun little extra elements to add into the scene. And here you'll see this is the new shadow box card add-on, and there's a cute little bat die in there. You could add stars, you could add other little like spooky cobwebs, anything you might have in your stash. And I'm going to go ahead and just add some liquid glue behind these tiny little bats, and we're going to layer them into the sky of this fun snow globe. And speaking of stars, we're going to add some stars into this cute little scene as well. And so we're going to use the gold metallic cardstock again, and then the hearts and stars skinny tag die. And I love that die because it has the 3 different sizes of hearts and stars, which are really fun for adding cute little elements into your card. And that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to add the different size stars all into this night sky to create just this beautiful look and add some more of the gold metallic details into the top of the snow globe too. Now, for the backdrop of this card, we're going to be taking out the dotted moon and stars backdrop. And this was originally designed for baby cards, but it's really cute for night scenes, and it is really adorable for Halloween cards. So we've die cut it out of white cardstock and also cut down a piece of black cardstock to be 5.5 by 4.25. And we're going to layer these two together, and the black cardstock is going to add the color and detail to the moon and stars. And so just by changing up the colors that we're using, we're now using an awesome backdrop that was more for springtime or baby cards for Halloween. So I love being able to use all of these cool little elements in different ways. Now these are our small stitch leaves, and so we're going to die cut these from some pink cardstock and also the gold metallic again. And we're going to use these little leaves as kind of like a base or a ground for our snow globe. And to give the snow globe some pop, we're going to add some foam squares to the back. And then at this point, I realized this needed a sentiment. So we're going to be stamping out this Halloween that comes from the Simply Fall sentiments. And we're going to be using a banner die again and using that same technique to create a custom banner die. So we're going to line it up with the right hand side of the sentiment, hold it in place, and then run it through the die cut machine. And then we'll just line it up with the right hand side of the sentiment so that they match, and then run it through the die cut machine again, and that's going to give us a custom sized banner. And we're going to be using this not only as our sentiment, but also as part of the ground for the snow globe. And so here you can see we're adding some foam squares to the back of the banner and then a little bit of tape runner because these are going to layer over top of each other. So we're just going to kind of center this all together first and then go ahead and layer it onto the card base. And you can see just how cute that's looking. And then the next step is to add those leaves as the rest of the base for the snow globe. So we're going to be adding one of the leaves with just flat adhesive with tape runner, and then the other two leaves are going to be with foam squares to give some fun dimension. So you'll see those will be with foam squares, and they're also going to kind of layer over that banner, which is going to help tie the banner into the whole scene with the leaves as well. Then here we have a standard size card base at 5.5 by 4.25, and then we can layer this whole scene on top. And oh my goodness, this was so much fun to create. I just love that these snow globes could be for any season, and I love all of the fun elements on it. The cute polka dots on the pumpkin and all of those gold accents are just gorgeous. And next up, Shari has the cutest card, and so take it away, Shari.
So the first thing I've done is cut that main body of the snow globe from some fog cardstock. I also took a piece of moonstone scrap cardstock and cut the base, and then I cut the two trim pieces that go on the top and the bottom from some silver glitter cardstock. And you can see I'm just trimming off where that frame kind of goes up around making the globe because I will layer this on top of that full snow globe to the left. I'm adding some liquid glue to the top and bottom so I can glue on those glittery trim pieces. And then I'll also take that body of the snow globe and cut a piece of pixie dust cardstock. Now this fits right inside the snow globe, but I'm going to cut a little snowy hill. I have the cute little couple of wolves from the Wild Wolves stamp set that I've already colored and cut out, and they fit perfectly in this snow globe. I'm just laying them in here for placement so I know where they need to be, and then I can take the die that is part of the Build a Snow Globe die set that cuts a little hill, and then I'll just hold this in place with a little bit of tape, and this will create a glittery snowy hill for my little wolves to sit on. I'm also taking some of these spiffier speckles 6x6 paper. I'm going to pull out one of those purpley blue colors with the gold speckles and cut the solid piece of the snow globe. And then I will layer this behind the frame that's on the front. And this will create a sparkly blue sky for my snowy scene inside. I can then add my sparkly snow on the bottom that just fits right inside there. And then before I add the base to my snow globe, I'm taking a sentiment that says Happy Winter. This is from the Snowball Fight stamp set, the cute one with the little mice. And it fits perfectly inside here. And I'm just putting it on a block and slightly curving it so it will go with the contours of that snow globe base. I'm going to stamp this in some dark blue ink, in that Blue Jay ink, to kind of match the colors of my card. Then I can add a little bit of liquid glue and just pop that base right on there, and you get this completed snow globe with that different color base. I will go ahead and add my little wolves to my little scene here. And I just think they are so cute inside this snow globe. You can see how the gold flecks kind of catch the light too. Now to work on the background of my card, I have a piece of that dark blue favorite flannel. This is cut from the 12 by 12 piece, so the flannel print is a bit bigger. I cut it with the largest outside-in stitch rectangle. Then I'm going to also cut a piece of this light brown wood grain. This is the coffee table 12 by 12 sheet. And then I will cut the top of it with a simple stitched hillside to give a little arch and some ground or a tabletop for my snow globe to sit on. There's also this tree in the die set. It cuts a big tree and a little tree and the bases. I've cut the trees from some rainforest cardstock and the bases from some chocolate bar cardstock. And I'm just layering the bases on the bottoms of those trees. I have two large and one small. And now I can start to assemble my pieces of my card. So I'm going to glue that wood grain bottom down at the bottom of this stitch rectangle. And then I can add this whole panel to my card base, which is made from some vanilla malt cardstock. So it is an off-white color. And because I use that outside in stitch rectangle, I'm going to get that nice off-white frame around my pattern paper. Now for my snow globe, I want this to be popped up off that background, so I added some foam adhesive tape all over the back, and I'll just pop that right into the middle of my card base. Then I will scatter around my little trees. So I'm using some foam and a little bit of liquid glue to layer these around the bottom of my snow globe, kind of like I'm creating a cute little tablescape with some trees around my snow globe. I did use some thinner foam squares for this tree that's tucked behind the smaller one, and then I'll add the third one on the other side. Now to add some embellishments, you can see I started out with the sequins that come in this die set, but I decided I liked those little stars, snowflake shapes better. I cut those from the silver cardstock just like the accents on my snow globe, and I'm just scattering those around, up around the snow globe, kind of like we have some scatter on the tabletop that the snow globe's sitting on. I also cut the little stars in this set from some gold sparkle cardstock and added those to the inside of the globe. I'm adding a couple of these little snowflakes kind of to the tree, using them all up, and I think that it looks really cute with those little bits of sparkle all around. There's also this little bird that's in this die set, and I wanted that tiny little pop of red, so I'm adding him to the top of this tree. Now I'm adding some twine to the top just to tie a little bow to kind of give it a little something extra at the top and add some texture. I doubled it up so I have two strings here so my bow is just a little bit thicker, and then I'll just trim off the ends of the tails so that they're the length that I want them to be. And then finally, I'm adding some stickles glitter just to the edges of those trees so that they aren't quite so plain and match the sparkle going on in the rest of the card. And then here is my finished card with those cute little wolves in that snow globe, and I love how this turned out.
Oh my goodness, Shari, this card is so cute and I love all of the sparkly accents and that the wild wolves are a perfect match for this snow globe. And next up we have some incredible cards by the design team. And this card by Lynette, oh my goodness, it's got the Snow Much Fun stamp set and it's so cute with those sprigs at the top of the card. I just love it. Tammy's shaker tags are just gorgeous and I love how she layered that adorable snowman on the front. They're absolutely beautiful. I love how Callie mixed and matched this Build a Snow Globe with some previous release snowmen that is just so adorable. And then this card by Elena is so sweet. I love the little scene she created and her white tone-on-tone die cuts layered behind. Wow, they're beautiful. And then this is the card by Audrey that inspired us to make ours today. It is so cute and fun, and I just love it for Halloween. And then I love all the shades of pink on Elisa's card. It's just gorgeous, and I love how she layered the die cut sequins onto her card base. And then here, Grace, oh my goodness, she used all of these different elements from the snow globe to create these adorable ornaments. Oh my goodness, is this the cutest thing? She even used the stitched gourds to add details onto them. I just love it. Here, Maureen shows us that the snow globe is perfect for fall too. I think this card is just so sweet and makes me smile. And then Megan was inspired to make a Halloween snow globe as well, and this is just too cute and fun. I adore the craft white and red on Letitia's card, and the winter bird in the shaker is just so sweet. And then this card by Rebecca is just so sweet. I love the kissing mice under the mistletoe in the snow globe. So we cannot wait to see all of your snow globes, so make sure to share it with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!